Okay, we're gonna give this one more try. So I was listening to one of my favorite podcasts, AI Explored, and Christopher Penn was on there. He's a data scientist. I've actually been listening to him for years, ever since he was on the Marketing Made Simple. Yeah, Marketing Over Coffee podcast. Um, anyways, super smart guy, and I love listening to the podcast because he gave us really, really good tips and instructions on how to prompt for chat for AI. And I want to share this because I know a lot of people out there are struggling with trying to do their prompting, and they feel like chat sucks because it does sometimes, but not all the time. And it really could be you're simply just not prompting. And you think it would be getting easier, but it's actually getting more complicated. And I don't know if that's just because we're learning more of how to prompt and better ways to do it. So you can't just say, hey, I want this thing and expect it to pump out a really good article. In this case, that's what I'm trying to do. So here's my example. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this. It is basically, we're going to do this and, ooh, yuck, I hate that. All right, so here is the prompt. I just said, please, well, I gave it the wrong link. So write an article based on this blog. Here's the link. So it does a pretty decent job. It pulls some of the main concept out. The first time I did this, it actually completely ignored the framework. So it's kind of funny. It did it again. And so this is also one thing, I almost said guys, ladies, gentlemen out there. Chat does learn the more you use it. So I've actually done this prompt to do the example a couple times, and it has gotten a little bit better. So the first version actually was pretty bad. But so I went into Claude, who is a better writing tool, and I followed Chris's instructions to do this better. And it's like, you're a leading LinkedIn content expert. You're going to write a very useful article on prompting. The goal is to position REBL as an AI expert and someone that readers should reach out to learn more to help them with creating marketing with AI. You're going to base it on this blog of the podcast. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, AI cannot help you read. So instead of just putting a link, I actually copy pasted pieces of it where this is Michael Stelzner's awesome too. Like, he just packs his blogs full of information. So I took out the stuff about the marketing world because that doesn't need to be in there. And this is the result that we got. Much better, much better. Let's be honest, blah, blah, blah. So now what I'm going to do is go back in and help Claude. And I'm still training my project. I need to do a better job of going in there. But every time we go in here and we create a new article, I teach more of it how to write. So I've got it on sassy mode, which is for me. So it does a lot of like kind of analogies and these kind of worky things like, imagine having an intern with 255 PhDs who can't remember what they had for breakfast. And sometimes it starts to go a little bit overboard with that. So then I went back in and said, okay, let's revise. Great start, but let's personalize it. Beginning. I want to start with that. I was listening to this podcast and with Christopher Penn, who I've known for years, blah, 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 everything I just told you. So now it's coming, okay, I was listening to the AI Explored podcast. So I want to give a little more credit. I didn't just pull this out of the air. It's based on a podcast and a guest that I was listening to. I want to keep some of this. He talks about the 3 parameters of AI, or core values. Harmless, avoid lawsuits at all costs, helpful, following instructions, truthful, a distant third. Yikes. So it still got some of that sassiness that I like in there. But then what else? We kind of go through, I was listening, what did I say? It's a little bit too many analogies. Let's back off. I like humor, but I don't want it to be too flippant. So what I loved about the article, and I love sharing, is that if you do the initial part first, you're just going to get so much better of a robust product, and then you can go in and actually add in stuff. And then here's a little thing. Are you able to link to the show? Claude is a closed environment. It can't go out into the internet. So I did not provide the link to the show. So it says, well, if you provide it to me, I will link to it. Thank you very much. So just, work with it, have fun. I hope this is a great example of how to use it. And read this article. I'm telling you, if you follow Chris's steps, you will become a prompting master. You're going to get so much more out of chat, and it's going to be so much more valuable for you and your team. So my parting words, do it. Just do it. All right. Thank you. Oops, stop sharing. And read this article. You're going to get a lot out of it. Thanks.